All right, good evening, everybody. This is Graveless coming back to you for video 3 in my opener series. This is going to be the China opener. First off, apologies. I'm not used to actually having face cam when recording anything, and I covered important parts of orgs last time. Unfortunately, there's really no good place in the UI for me to put this. Like, something important is going to be partially covered. I'm probably going to keep it here and see how well that goes, at least for now. It's likely when we get to space combat that I might have to change that. Now, I know I said at the beginning that I planned on doing all of these from the same save, under the idea that most openings are created equal and you can do anything. This is not exactly true, and I'm going to show you why right now. That's 91% support for the Academy in China. This means China is not viable for us as the Resistance as the opener in this save. Now, there's a few reasons for that, one of which is how hard it will be for us to fight that, but the other reason is, with this much approval, the Academy can just go there and grab points and we cannot contest them. So if you were like, I'm going to play a China game, and you load up and see this, just restart. Just restart, you're going to save yourself a massive amount of headache. I'm not sure I've ever seen them have that much support, especially in China at the start of the game. Now, like, you saw what happened in my US video with them having this much in Mexico. Imagine that, but with a much harder nation to break into. That's what this means. And that's the reason why we're not doing that. Which is the reason why we're going to be moving over to a different save. I just started up, got through the intro cinematic on a completely different one because, man, like, I cannot even imagine how painful getting into China would be on that. Anyway, China start versus US start. People say the China start is harder. To which I say, in some ways. The China start is actually the main start I recommend to new players because how you get China is god-ass simple. It's so fucking simple. What you do is you stack Persuasion on one councilor, and you grab the points near China, and then you get China. It takes you longer. You're not as in control of the tech tree because China's research is not as good at the US as the US is at game start. Actually, no one's research is as good as the US is at game start. Bar none, it's the best country for research. You're not catching up to that in any other capacity. Like, anything you can do to catch it would get you more research if you had the US. And I'm going to get more into this for start-by-start comparisons later. The nice thing about China is China's incredibly stable and China's very balanced. You can sort of do a little bit of anything with China and send it in the direction you want to send it. And one of the main reasons for that is, one, out of the gate, China's instability is going to 0. Like, it's going to 0, it's not going to raise. You can see 10.5 minus 8 minus 2 minus 3. China's going to be fine. There's a slightly bigger problem with getting its cohesion down, unlike the US, because you want to go to 5 to improve your research, which is a lot trickier, especially as you're trying to get everything else. But let's go over our start here. So this is a perfectly normal, viable China start. No one's going to be randomly sniping a point in China on turn 1. Our councilors. He's a physicist. That's nice. It's much nicer later in the game. And that's kind of about it. Like, none of what he's doing is going to especially help us. It's possible that Oligarch would help us eventually for getting into China, but not right now. And we have a spy who does have control nation, thankfully, who's also fine. Might just buy that for the ops income. We're not going to get up to that. Anyway, let's go over our recruits. So, Daihe Yu comes from China. The big thing you want from China is to get... what is the name of this trait again? Let me... just looking this up on my other monitor. Traits, mixed traits. National Hero. If we can get National Hero China, that's huge, because it gives you +3 Persuasion, and you need a lot of Persuasion to break in. But she starts with a lot of persuasion. She's probably going to be one of my earlier picks just because she has what you need at game start. It's fine. Nothing spectacular. Ushiyama, I'm not going to be able to pronounce her name. On the other hand, this is someone who I really want, because I think there's a decent chance that even though she doesn't have National Hero, I can get her National Hero. And that would give her functionally 11 persuasion for going towards China. Well, she already has public campaign. Can't afford her right now? We'll see. Not really, no. None of these are great trades. Like, Systems Engineer is nice. Any percent bonus you get for mission control is nice. National Hero, Bangladesh. Unfortunate. Military Scientist and Teacher on a Professor is something I would really want to get. I would love to actually recruit her. I don't think we're going to be able to with everything else. This is because I can turn her into a very good Persuasion Counselor later who also gets a Science trait. The only way she'd be better is Quick Learner, Striver, or Innovative. Diplomat from Mexico, decent starting Persuasion. Nope. And no. Alright, so we're going to start off with Daihui. I'm sorry about names. I'm going to butcher names if they're not ones that I immediately know how to pronounce. And we are going to boost your Persuasion, and yeah, I'm just going to buy this for the ops income. I would love to buy this admin org, but I can't. So one of the unique things for the China start is that it's also grabbing Russia. This is because what you want to do is grab every country that neighbors China that it is not a rival with. So, US obviously doesn't neighbor. India does neighbor, but it's a rival, so we're not doing it. Japan, way up here, rival, not touching that. Also not a direct neighbor. Taiwan is going to be a core component of what the growth of China is, but you do not want to grab it at the start of game. Vietnam, neighbor with a lot of CP. Unfortunately, you cannot grab it. And the Philippines. So all of these other nations we are going to grab. And a big part of that is also Russia, who thankfully we will be able to grab. Kazakhstan, we might be in for a rough time for. We'll see. Yeah, she does not currently have what we really need, which is unfortunate, but I can get her to start on Russia? No, let's start on Kazakhstan. Actually, no. You investigate. You can grab a control point. And I grab North Korea. Maybe don't grab North Korea. That's getting purged immediately. Oh, that's a lot of support for the initiative. One other benefit for the China start is, unlike the US start, where my influence was constantly being used for everything, I'm going to be pretty free to use this on diplomacy and other things here. Again, we are going to maximize We Are Not Alone. We're going to favor management research, but not research it. And yeah, let's get going. I'm going to be skipping over some more of the dialogue bits this time. You heard them in the US video. Deliver our manifesto. We have humanity first. Ah, the servants. They're our main enemy. Exodus. Exodus is one of the only anti-alien factions who can win without really doing much in space. It's kind of funny. I'm going to eventually be doing a playthrough where my friends are my council telling me what to do, and I'm going to be playing as Exodus because I know I can win the game no matter what nonsense they tell me to do. It's going to be great. Alright, and with this, yeah, we've been spotted. We are going to recruit her. And can I get National Hero China? Yes! There we go! That is the first thing we're going to be saving up for. Ooh, 30 XP. Yeah, it's the first thing we're going to be saving up for. So she's saving up till 30 XP, is getting that, and is going to save us so much time. Kazakhstan, just as before, we are going kleptocratic. In fact, design priority template, we are going to swap our default to kleptocratic because we only care about money right now. We have an ops income. The ops are still the most beneficial thing. Great, great, great. Can anyone defend interests? We do not have defend interests. That might be a problem. Well, we'll see if it turns into a problem. You journalist. Yeah, okay, she also could. She's at that. She starts at 8, she starts at 9. She does not currently have that. Honestly, you were also saving up for National Hero China. Yeah, China is just so hard to get. Like, start of game, China's rough. Like, rather, it's rough to get early. I would actually say the opener that is overall harder to do is the Small States European Union. And this is primarily because when you're doing that, you're going to be at odds with every faction and constantly fighting them. Oop. In the name of going for China tonight, we are drinking green tea with raspberry and apple.
We've got our people in place.
Yeah, Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan? One day I'm going to know how to pronounce things. And here's the other funny thing. Because we're going Russia, we actually do not care about cooing Kazakhstan. And we need Russia anyway in order for the China strat to work, so there's no reason to hurt ourselves in terms of economy or anything by doing that. Okay, Myanmar's been started. Pakistan's another really good one to grab. What's our Russia chance? Not high enough. Oh, Bangladesh is not actually adjacent. Let's grab Laos. I also want to grab Singapore here, and this is primarily because Singapore is actively beneficial to us in here. What you eventually want to do with China is form the Pan-Asian Combine, which allows you to fuse up basically all of the nations that are Asian majority. I'm not sure if it's all or a lot. Like, I don't know enough about the demographics of Southeast Asia and the Pacific Island nations. I'm not really sure what the names are there, but China gobbles up like everything. And that's a big reason why China has a huge growth potential in the way that the US does not. We are going to have Singapore found space program. Let's see. Orgs. Not worth it. Not worth it. I'm slightly tempted, but not worth it. You are saving up. You are saving up. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit. All right. How close to grabbing Russia are we? Let's do another round of public campaign there.
Where to?
Luckily, with this much support, no one's going to be stealing Russia from us.
Making our case.
I'm here.
Actually, nope, haven't found anyone else yet. Cool.
Bringing them on board. I'm here.
43, that's 67.
Establishing our presence.
Alien fleet detected, alien fleet detected. And, like, in the previous save, there actually is something we could do to try for China, but it's a real crapshoot. There's an event that happens after you research a particular global tech that destroys the Academy's public support. Like, absolutely wrecks them, cracks down all their points. It would have given us a chance, but I don't really like doing that gamble, especially considering China is the slow and sure strategy for getting things in this game. Hey, editing Graveless here. Just wanted to correct something. What I just said was a bit of hyperbole. The event in question doesn't actually crack down all of the Academy's points. It gives each of them a % chance to be cracked down. And while I have had this crack down all my points, it's not guaranteed, and if you're relying on it to hurt the Academy, it'll hurt them, not necessarily in the way you want. And it's just one of the many reasons why the Academy is the hard mode of the game. Alright. Oh no. Oh, I accidentally resized the window.
I'm here.
It looks fine in OBS. Alright, let's get some points in Russia. People ask about the Russia start. It's bad. Russia is not actually a viable start. It's a meme start, and you use Russia as part of a springboard to China like I'm doing right now. But in and of itself, Russia is not going to get you anything you really want. Like, Russia has a ton of nukes. Russia has a ton of nukes. That's honestly all Russia really has for this. Like, its starter game armies really cannot take Ukraine unless you do some real shenanigans. But we can grab a point in Belarus to improve our odds of grabbing Russia. Same logic for China. Like, you grab things in adjacent nations, and that helps you get the nation you really care about. And given Russia's that high, I'm going to start working on Pakistan. Advisory team. So, China, we are going economic development. We don't really need welfare in China. Knowledge is a later China problem. But economy is going to make this explode.
Our supporters are in place.
And that's actually one of the problems China has, is that if you're not careful, you can easily basically light the entire Earth on fire with the amount of missions China will emit when you're running really heavy instances of economy. We'll get to that once we start having points in it. Do I want any of these? Let's see. Not in particular. Oh, it's probably better than my current guy. Antalya, Indonesia, computer scientist Brazen, the government. I don't particularly want any of these people, so we're going to let it go. Oh, right. Russia, stop invading Ukraine, you're going to lose. Like, I can tell that from existing in the real world circa 2025, and also you can tell that by looking at what their values are in-game. That's not a winning proposition, you shouldn't do it. I'm going to leave armies open right now, over in my little sidebar, just because maybe it'll remind me next time I get a Russian army to make it stop being dumb. Oh, Protectorate did that. That's great. I'm going to purge there.
Your orders?
Let's go for Pakistan, and let's grab another point in Russia. Ooh. Global tech. We're going to be... I'm only going to aim to control 2 global techs as part of this. All right, I need to grab the other point there. I'll do that next round. Just because we're not going to have the US's research output, as I said before. So we're not going to be capable of getting anywhere near as much control over the global tech environment as we were with the US start. Like, notably, at around this point, we started looking at getting into the US. We are still building up to the ability to maybe get into China. One more round, and she will be good to go. Are you at home? Are you at home? You are not at home? Go home. That's the big thing for armies is... Armies at home cost you fewer points. This is the reason why I sent the US armies home early in the US Open game. We're almost able to take that. Why does he have... Let's grab our second power point in Nepal Bhutan. And here's the thing for China. Look at this public campaign chance. Some of this is just how huge China is. It is second? Nope, it is still currently most populous nation in the world. And it's an authoritarian. It has censorship. This means that if you do not currently... So, like, North Korea is worse for this. It has a much higher censorship bonus because it's totalitarian. But on the bottom half, it makes public campaigning and everything more difficult unless you have a control point in the country. Like, Russia no longer has that because we're in Russia. North Korea still's got it. China still has it. Iran, we have a censorship penalty. This is one of the benefits you have for being totalitarian, is it makes it harder for your enemies to attack your nations. One of the benefits. The main one really is everything is better for you in terms of managing unrest. And note, because we have Russia, we have a huge amount of boost right now.
Public opinion remains
Like, that's a fantastic amount of boost income to have this early in the game. This is what you get if you actually... Oh, humanity first, scratch Pakistan. Well, you win some, you lose some. We're going to run a little bit of unity there just because we want to build up our support. Okay, so to show off why this matters, Daihui right now has a 4% chance to do any public campaign in China. Let's make her a national hero of China. This shoots up to a 10% chance. Boosting with money, we're now at 60%. This is, we might be able to get a control point in December tier persuasion. It's unlikely. And we're more likely to be getting them in January, but it's possible for us to pull off December. I don't think that's worth it. I'm going to grab Laos instead. You grab one here. That's worth doing. None of these orgs are relevant. And the other thing, it's fine for us to be later because our CP cap currently is 177. That's not enough to hold the US, and China is larger than the US. China starts at 37.73. That's... Let me think here for a second. That is 180, 42. Yeah, that's a lot. $220 and change. Yeah, $220 and change. So we really want to get up to there, and that's why once we have our extra councilor, we're going to actually be running management research this time. Management research for the first 2 ticks is actually as efficient as most of the other ways that you can gain additional CP limit. Later on, it gets much less efficient, but early on, it's fantastic. Okay, 1st of December. Number 1, anyone? No. I think we're going to get new people next. Oh, you, get out of there. Actually, you are going to just end this war with Ukraine. It's only going to give us atrocities, which we really don't want right now. Because our main objective is, in fact, to get into China, which relies heavily on public support being high. So we're starting to get in. More money into China. This is all you do, is you get a decent persuasion councilor. One more tick, and she's going to be one. Like, nothing. Not really worth. Go Pakistan. You get a high persuasion councilor, and you run public campaigns until you can actually pass something else. Similar to last time, we are getting a rival domestic politics next. It is the most important tech to get after... It's the second tech you get. Getting those increased orgs is just that important. And, man, 21st of January, we had part of the US at this stage. Like I say that, this is entirely expected. China is a slower start than the US, but it's a more reliable thing to keep. Yeah, we are just getting out of Ukraine. Our armies are leaving Ukraine. You have to go home. You have to go home. And, like, we're going to burn Russia to the ground. What parts of it there are to not, like... Here's the thing for Russia. You can technically turn it into something that works with the Eurasian Union. The Eurasian Union is the poor man's EU. Like, you can do it. You can also win the game entirely through being in Africa. I don't have enough for National Hero. Gonna have to be careful about that. Well, we're not yet at the point where we're going to be throwing Control Nation into China anyway. Around 40% is usually where I consider maybe doing it. We're not contacting the servants. Oh, no one grabbed Israel. Let's grab that. Investigate, and I don't know, let's grab Latvia because it gives us some science. Actually, yeah, let's grab Latvia because it gives us some science, and we'll burn down part of the EU, which is an enemy stronghold at this stage. I think. Who's getting the EU? Oh, The EU is a battleground. This is we're going to come up to this in the EU video, but the EU is a battleground, and it requires a very different set of things for you to buy than all of the other openers as a result of this. Israel is just going to do boost.
Wrapping up here.
She is getting National Hero China. Oh. Yeah, it's worth it. That's worth. Recruiting. Innovative, insecure, inscrutable. Innovative astronomer. No persuade. No inspire. Government corrupt, demanding. Yeah, still don't love any of you.
Where do you need me?
Now let's investigate someone randomly. Yeah, let's investigate someone randomly. Because until we get into China, we can actually engage in diplomacy really well. Oh, I'm over my CP limit. That's not a good sound. We're going to abandon Singapore. We don't need it right now. Okay. Continuing on the public campaign bandwagon. So, now that she has that, look at how high my success chance is. 5%. But we actually have 2 people capable of doing public campaigns in China, which is a rarity at this stage of the game.
I have new information.
Like, usually you stack everything on one councilor because you only have one person with enough persuasion to even have a chance at breaking through the Great Firewall.
We've moved the needle.
Okay.
We're winning their hearts and
There's a chance that we manage to get a point in the next pass. There's going to be a lot of coin flips, and depending on what it looks like... Oh, actually, let me see. Nope, no change. Let's see. What's your best odds? We're not doing that. We ain't doing that.
standing by for orders.
That's not worth. Continue raising support.
Standing by.
Raise support here.
Try to sway the public.
Why not?
Standing by.
Doesn't matter that much. Myanmar, are you gonna push us over? No, we can take Myanmar.
Here.
And like, we could take North Korea. It's not really worth it.
I will tell our story.
Sure, let's fix that.
believe we can
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Public opinion remains unmoved.
We hold no sway in their minds.
Eh.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Okay. All right, we're nearing 50%.
We've got our people in place.
All right, we're nearing 50%. It might be time to start rolling the dice. Let's go take a look at what our research looks like. 17th of January. Ugh, if only I had more money. If only I had more money. We're doing China opener. We're doing China opener. We're not going to have money for a bit. But once we get into China, we're going to be fine for money.
At your
Like, it's not the best for money in the game, but it's a pretty solid play.
Where to?
Doodaloo. All of our money goes into that.
The people.
What's our chances? Still not good enough. Come down here, grab me some extra research points per turn.
ready for orders.
Please meet someone. Please find anyone. I really want to talk to Humanity First, especially before we succeed at getting into China. Because right now, we're not doing great in terms of any of our incomes, except for Boost. Our Boost is great. And Boost is valued very heavily by the AI for
Still lack support.
really good reason. But not enough for what we need. Not enough for what we need. Okay, let's see here. Do we have anyone? No. Innovative aerospace engineer, project manager? No. Megastar? Nope. Tycoon from China. Industrialist is not bad. Family Ties is another good one for boosting Home Nation, but she doesn't have enough base persuasion. She does have Purge. We do actually want to get someone from the US this time because we aren't going to be in the US. Nah.
Where to?
Not good enough to replace anyone yet. 31%. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
Ready.
1%. Yeah.
Ready.
4%. And this is the reason why I also say in that last save, the Academy could have just taken China under our noses at any point if they even remotely glanced towards it. And that's the reason why I just pieced out of even trying it. Like, it's not worth it. You're going to lose, and why am I always finding the servants? The very, very stabbable servants. It's too early to start stabbing, but I'm very tempted to start stabbing.
Found nothing of note.
Alright, I only grabbed one there.
We hold no sway in their minds.
God damn it.
We've moved the needle.
Well, slow but steady growth is slow but steady growth.
To establish control.
Soon enough. Alright, there we go. New councilor. Start management research, start alien signatures, max out domestic politics. Is there anyone I immediately want to grab? And, well, we got a persuasion orc finally. Let's see here. You start with 8. Does this grant control nation? It does not, so you're going to get it. Recruiting. She's probably the least. Let's see here. No. 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 I'm going to have to spend a lot of XP removing things from her is the only problem. Innovative academic astronomer. Oh, one moment. I need to turn that off. This happens every night, and I don't know why. It started happening when I was not here. $43. Let's see, start with 3 admin. Yeah, probably the best of this lot right now. I say that and watch, orgs pop up first. Mining org. So this is your bread and butter mining org. You're going to eventually have a lot of them. I'm just going to boost admin right now. And, okay. With that boost, 33%. We need a little bit of org luck. That's the honest truth of the matter, is we need a little bit of org luck to get us over this hump.
Standing by for orders.
But only a little bit. Continue spending all of the money on persuading China that they want us in charge.
Running this place in no time. What's the op?
And grab Belarus.
Bring them to our side.
Eventually want that.
Nothing unusual found.
We've moved the needle.
61%. Again, this just takes so long.
We got our people in place.
All right. You just running boost. 1 point. Nah, just running boost.
Commander, we appear to have
Alien signatures is done. Done. Start on our social science lab. No. Distribution bonus matters, which is why we're gonna maybe not right now. It's 2% no matter what I do. Start on our social science lab. New orgs. No new people.
I'm here.
What's our chances? Coin flip. We take it.
In place.
So this is one where if I were doing this, like, super seriously, I would probably save scum this coin flip. I'm not going to do that, but I would certainly think about it.
At your service.
And again, this is mostly because, like, we're going to be doing a lot of coin flips to try and get China. It's just a fact of the matter is until we're in, it's going to take us a lot of tries to get any further. Oh, actually, I cannot talk to Exodus because I'm doing the coin flip this turn. Let's make sure we still know who you are. Because one point will still leave us open to the ability to talk to people. That's the servants again. It's always the servants.
The people will come to our side.
Okay. Coin flip?
Our presence is
That's not the right one. Coin flip? Coin flip? Hey! There we go. So, now we have China. Right now, all we are doing is running Unity until we manage to get the rest of China. Well, sucks that the new normal hit before we got more than 1 point, but honestly, it's pretty expected. Like, if you get really lucky with councilors or orgs, you can get in a lot faster than that. We did not. But let's talk to Exodus and see if they are willing to lend a friend some nice orcs. Servants are not going to do anything for us. So, look at how much nicer that is. Now that we're in China, getting more of China is really easy. Both of them can run a public campaign, and both of them are going to, because I don't really have that many other options for them right now. And there's not that many places that I want to just pick up a point from currently. Yeah, sure, let's start fixing Palestine.
Initiating contact.
Alright, so they are not going to... We want that. So they're not going to willingly give us a ton. We need persuasion. We will trade literally everything else we have for your persuasion org. And we will steal those back later because I did like a few of them. Yeah, we are way over limit now. Relevant. Let's abandon you. Still over limit. Let's abandon let's abandon Belarus. And set it to do generically decent EU things.
Surveillance complete.
And as you can see, like, this is what I'd say, like, this is slow. I would not call this hard. And a lot of people would call getting China hard. I think they're wrong. I think the EU is a lot harder than China, as is... Like, the US is easy. The EU is the actual hard one, because there are many times you can just get screwed over when you're trying to do an EU start. Like, I'm hoping we're not going to have any resets when I do EU. We might. We very well might. Equip. Recruit it. Well, hello. So, you remember last time I talked about pre-gens who are fantastic? Meet Kaylee Adams, pre-gen who's fantastic. Striver, great. Technocrat, bonus to social science research. Not as good as an actual science trait, but still real good. I think she's the one who I wind up finding most often.
Ready for my mission.
Who's my least useful guy?
Standing by. Ready.
Russell, you're probably my... Well, you're a physicist. You are a physicist. I don't think she has Crackdown. No. Yeah. Our special org will eventually give that to her, and there's no reason for us to actually need Crackdown and Purge anymore. Like, he's actually solid. In a normal circumstance, I probably would not have picked him first to get rid of, but we're not in a normal circumstance.
Where to? Investigating alien site.
Where do you need me? Making our
I need you, getting us China.
ready to go.
I need you, getting us China.
I'm here.
The only thing that is important right now is getting us China. Actually, you are going to do that because Russell can do useful things. Like... talk to no one. We can find people, and Kaylee can also find people. Let's find people. Now, one of the things that's going to happen is the US is going to absolutely implode. There's a small chance it doesn't, but it's probably going down in this run because we're not in charge of it.
There are two types of people in this world.
We're winning their hearts and
Great, 62%. 62%. Show me the money. Come on.
yes, we're
Time is an enigma. On A. Still keeping up on this. So, we now have 2 points in China. Time to shed some things. And look at orange for a second. Don't love that. So, more persuasion for the persuasion team. Good enough, you're probably sticking around even after all this. Like, the one problem with National Hero is it does screw them long term. This is because they can no longer become government or criminal.
Standing by.
Which would be better, but I honestly feel it's completely worth it for us getting into China this early.
Investigating target.
your orders.
Nina, can you talk to Exodus again? It's only Exodus. Let's buy random things. Let's buy random things, and maybe Exodus wants to buy them, because Exodus has bought other random things that we want. The org trade giveth, the org trade taketh away.
Ready for my mission.
Look at that. Look at that.
Taking control.
And here's the thing, I did a test run of the other save that didn't have really substantial luck, and at this point, I had 30% approval in China. That's how nasty that China start would have been. This is better than many of the things we just purchased. You want this? You want this? You want all three of them? You give me another thing back. What if I give you some ops? What if I give you some money? I'll give you 11 bucks and try again later. Wonderful. Outpost core. On 7% now, it might be worth swapping over to get 8%. Yep.
We've got some intel on our target.
Still keep finding the servants. Ooh, actually, I just noticed we are so far over our cap. Right, I said we needed to abandon things. We're going to abandon things. We're going to abandon Latvia. We're going to abandon Armenia. We're going to abandon Israel. We're going to abandon Pakistan. Still have 82%. We're gonna run with this. We're gonna see if we get in. So here's the complicated bit for China.
Moving in our direction.
China has a huge population. That means it will passively give us a huge amount of influence. China costs us a huge amount of CP cap. That's going to hurt our influence. It's a weird balance where you're often going to be running a little bit over CP cap in early game. That's XCOM. Like I said, not going to actually sit here save scumming percent chances like that. I think it's lame. I think it makes the game worse if you're sitting there trying to get absolutely everything perfect all the time. Oh, Alexander Cross. Yes, you are joining us, Mr. Quick Learner, Astronomer, National Hero, America. I mean, we have Kaylee for America, but were you also astronomer? You were physicist. Does he... it might be time for her to retire, because we don't actually need what she does anymore. We just need to make a few more coin flips.
Your orders?
She's providing us 12 CP limit. Alexander would give us more. Yep, okay. Salute, you did great. Goodbye. And yeah, so he has Inspire. He is probably going to be our backup Persuader, and I believe she also has Inspire. Great, okay. We have the beginnings of a good team. We need to replace these two with someone who has Purge eventually, but that will take... We have some time. We have some time before we actually need to seriously do that. I just want to find humanity first before I gain too many points in China for them to be willing to have a permanent peace with me. Is that so much to ask for, game? Yes. Yes, it is, apparently. I'm also going to buy this just cuz. Oh, right. We want to get that eventually. For now, let's start up your admin tree.
We'll see what they're up to.
Standing by for orders.
Doesn't have enough to inspire. Let's... Sure, Kazakhstan.
With each passing day,
Oh. Oh, that... little earlier than I want to. This is the challenge of the AI being in charge of techs, is they will do things before you really want those things to happen. Okay, I'm going to give you a lot for this, because this will get us a lot of things. Let's see here. 2-star. Don't care about you. Wonderful. Okay, if we had bought that earlier, this would have been so much easier. Oh well.
I have new information.
This is where, like, luck and RNG come in. It's March. We are 2 points into China. Maybe 3 soon. Fingers crossed 3 points. Fingers crossed 3 points. Fingers crossed 3 points. Okay. We're at 3 points. We have good amounts of public opinion. So let's talk, how do you build China? China can sort of do anything, because right now it is kind of... It has a huge population. It has a decent amount of GDP. It has a decent amount of research. And it's very stable. You can sort of go... Like, it's sort of do whatever you want. Eventually, what you normally wind up doing is also taking Taiwan. Which we are not doing yet. We're going to do that after we have all of China. And eventually there's a project you get called Liberating Mainland China. It lets you give most of the provinces back to the Republic of China. This is useful because full democracy, you're going to be democracy 10. It's a huge research bump to send everything back. In order to get there, though, you have to build up China to the point where it will go there and not immediately revolt. There's a few ways to do that. But you also have to get your space game going. So we're going to have to lose something now. Let's take a look. We have to get back roughly 40. Kazakhstan is worth 20. Myanmar is worth 12. Nepal, Bhutan is worth 12. Russia... Let's give up Myanmar. And put you on run economy, some welfare, and some environment, because we eventually are going to take that and eat Myanmar with like Mega China. Same thing here. Policy is abandoned. Now we're only 17 over. 17 over is a better number. We don't need Kazakhstan at this point. So Kazakhstan is also going down. Next up is going to be losing Russia, which will, this is going to noticeably hurt our chances of growing China. Anyway, setting China's priorities. I'm going to do that with my third point. So we need to start building mission control, because China is going to be the only thing we have. And we have a good baseline amount of boost. Remember, you need to get 40 for a mine. So we have to start building boost and mission control. We still want to run some unity, which we'll get, but right now, later points are running that. We need to run a little bit of spoils, because we don't have any other source of money. Well, we're going to burn Russia to the ground, but once we lose Russia, probably this round, we don't have any other source of money. Yeah. And then there's the complicated thing. The main fail state you see when you're trying to build China is you build it too fast and burn the world to the ground. This is just through climate change and increasing emissions. This is fine if you're planning on winning the game in late 2030s, early 2040s. For new player advice, I actually recommend, before you ever think about running economy, get your sustainability up. This is because China is a massive polluter. It will get you a tremendous amount, this will fix a lot of greenhouse emissions. And at the start of the game, you have enough economy. Now, there's something for China that we don't have for the US. China's going to be focusing on many things at once. Ideally, what you do is you use orgs to stack bonuses to a particular type of action and get like a plus 100% to mission control. That's not really possible right now. But if you look at environment, directing investment points will confer a 10% bonus to all other investments. We're going to be spreading the love around a little bit. We're running a little bit of environment and a little bit of knowledge because we want to raise both of these. But, it's more a long-term thing. So, we don't care that much right now that it's slightly less inefficient because we don't have the capacity to get a ton of orgs to do a lot of boosting. Well, let's see what the initiative says about that. But, and right, yeah, she can just get natural hero. We really don't have the ability to do a ton. And for that reason, we're going to do a little bit in everything. This will change when I have enough admin to do more things with orgs. I promise you that. But for now, nah. For now, we're just going to do what we can and do a little bit of everything, except for economy, because I'm trying to build towards not burning down the world. And once our boost without Russia is up high enough, 5-ish boost, I'm willing to just run on. Eventually, I'm going to get orgs that fix that. He really doesn't have anything good. Well, let's give you $20 to improve relations. I want to find humanity first for the academy.
Surveillance complete.
Every time it's the servants. Servants every time. I was hoping to get nice arrangements with some of the AI this game because China gives you the opportunity with how much slower it is. Think about it, we were well on our way into fixing the US at this point. And I could fuse Kazakhstan to Russia.
We still lack support.
It's 2 failures. That's XCOM, baby. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of that. Orgs. Increase your persuasion. I'm going to be my main investigator for a while. You're grabbing that. Yeah, this is great to get because coup is reasonably rare as a mission, but more important, spend your influence, getting points in China. Make sure there is. Oh wait, actually, before I do that, let's see here. Executive, activist, inspector. I think I saw him before. Ron Street. Computer scientist. Striver, activist, expert, demanding demagogue. Doesn't have inspire, otherwise I probably would. Yeah. Tycoon, hacker. She's a little old. Yeah, a little old. Good, but a little old.
Standing by for orders. We'll see what we can find.
Eventually, Nina's just going to be advising China. There's not that much else for her to really do.
Ready to go.
let's see. Can you take over anything? Nah, not worth it.
Investigating target.
Your orders?
Sure.
Making our case.
We're just trying to level up right now and gain points in China. Domestic politics finally researched. Okay, we are going to do advanced chemical rocketry because mission to Mars got put in way too early. May, June, July.
I have new information.
Yeah, don't want to do this. I need to do this if I want to beat them to Mars.
Winning their hearts and minds.
Outpost core. There we go. Institutional outreach. Yeah, we're gonna get that as soon as we can. So orgs are gonna be how we get this. Like, here's the thing: we also still don't have the CP cap to actually hold China.
Alien is taking
We eventually want to get that. Get that. All right, 4 points in China. This it's still doing enough native spoils. I love you, influence. Okay, now we need to abandon Russia. Which I'm just gonna throw Russia into do environment until someone else takes you, because I would like you to stop polluting as much, even though it matters a lot less than China, given you 1/10 the size. This is worth buying. Who is going to hold it? I don't have anyone with Purge right now. Yeah, this council could use a bit of work. But we have the time to get that work done.
Where to?
And now, basically, it's all in. We get China. We have China. In game. Screw it, Cambodia, I guess. You know what? Let's also throw some of this in here, because we're going to eventually want to take Taiwan.
We must persuade the people. What's the
And it's still the initiative.
tracking target?
Humanity first, where are you? Like, I could actually do this more intelligently, and I should do this more intelligently after this. I need to look in Europe. Oh. Most prone spirits in Tajikistan has passed away. Supporting the servants did not even await. Lose an independent point. Sure, shameless servants. Not actually what you ought to do, but it's fun.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Public sentiment is increasing.
Public sentiment increasing. And if we hadn't, like, lost those two 80s, we'd have China by now. Which is... It's the rub. Like, it's the rub of the whole thing. God damn it. 1% loss. Well, we got Cambodia. This is the hilarity of this game sometimes, is, yeah, sometimes shit happens, and you get screwed, and you can't do anything about it. Yeah, let's buy that. Let's buy that. What's that worth? We have the money, but does anyone have the ability? Cannot have trades criminal. Why? Oh, I don't have, oh, that would be why. I don't actually have the ability, the amount of influence I would need to buy that. Womp womp. Yeah, these are the two I last saw. Doop. Da 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 da. I might be able to hire someone after this. We have enough that it's worth advising now, just to get a little bit of boost. Oh, hey, Humanity First is finally able to be spoken to. Let's talk to Humanity First and see if we can be friends. Unfortunately, the answer is maybe. They do have a significant chunk of Europe, so we might not be too far ahead of them resource-wise, and they might be willing to do that. They are not, in fact, willing to do that. Let's see if we can buy anything. Pebroon. Pebroon's great. The org is also great, but I love his channel. I get that for some of the nonsense I just bought because it existed. The answer may surprise you.
Offering assistance. Prepping for next mission.
And I'm a dumbass. I am an absolute dumbass. I forgot to equip this. I bought it and forgot to equip it, and that's on me. And that's on me. That probably would have pushed us over into those last 2 points. That cost me a month worth of controlling China. I completely forgot I bought that.
We've gained significant support.
You have those moments in every game. You have those moments in every game. Recruiting, no one knew.
Your orders?
I'm just mad at myself. Like, that's entirely on me. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have did it.
Where to?
But I did. Alright.
Surveilling target.
We're gonna try talking to humanity first one more time. See if we can't get something from them.
Making contact.
Let's also talk to Exodus, see if before we grab the last point in China, we're able to get anything.
Establishing contact.
Your heart is in the right place.
Nope.
But your methods are insufficient to meet the threat.
God.
Reaching out.
Good luck saving the world. Just know that we have other plans.
Yep. Let's see if I can buy this back. I can't believe I did that. Oh, well, this is sort of what happens when you were trying to play reasonably fast, is sometimes you just make mistakes. Nope. This is not the diplomacy run. C'est la vie. Oh, if anyone gets the US, it will be. Let's go see how the US is doing. Yeah, about that well. Well, humanity first might, like, they've got any chance. Looks like the Academy got some more.
In each of us. In
Alright, we have advanced chemical rocketry, they got solid core fission. From that, we're going to start on mass drivers so that we can get mining. Probably gonna have to do a regular probe to Mars.
We found something.
High thrust probes comes in now.
Our supporters are in place.
Alright, we have all of China. We have all of China. We're going to give ourselves 2 points of spoils because we need money. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of unity because we need influence. And it is time to mass abandon every single thing that we took. Also, default priority template. 1 economy, 3 welfare, 2 environment, 2 funding. We're going to name it stable. And that is the new default. We're going to move every single thing we own over to stable after abandoning it because we want to have any of our CP cap back. Uzbekistan, run stable. Oh, that's Kyrgyzstan. Tajikistan. Run stable. Russia's just running environment. That's fine. Belarus. Run stable. That's as good as it's going to get, I think. We have nothing else big, and these are so small, I'm going to keep a hold of them and see what happens. So, first order of business, we need to get some boost. As said before. New orgs available. Too little, too late there. But we got our persuasion org. Alright, let's see here. Fixer, age 61. No. Operative. Operative's a good class. Government hard target. Maybe. No. No. Streetwise inscrutable, and we're back to... Okay. If you weren't suspicious, you would be a yes. Because you don't have an inspire, it's a problem. So, astronomer, innovative astronomer versus physicist. Like, we're going to keep you around at least for a bit because massive CP cap. 14, 16. If we swap you out for our operative, he has 7, 8. It's painful. He's also 50. 50's a little old. He has 9 base. Those of 13 base is Striver. It feels weird to say, but I think we don't swap him out yet. We're going to get this. We're going to start up the admin truck as the glory of Striver. Because since we can't actually make peace with anyone, we are instead going to make war. Let's look at resources from other factions right now. So if we look at this, we're not so far ahead of Humanity First that once someone takes the US, we won't be able to make peace with them. Academy, there's a chance. Ooh. Oh, they're way over their CP cap, that's why.
Where to? Headed there now.
Ready for orders.
Alright, so we're going to start by hitting Kaylee. Oh, actually,
Standing by for orders. Ready for my mission.
she can get National Hero, which grants Inspire. But you let's see here, she currently is worth 9, plus 9 is 18. 9, she is Striver instead. She is probably the better long-term play. 38 versus 47. That was a little old, but fine. I went on Untouchable Beloved. Demagogue, which... suspicious. Oh, wait, no. She's ethical. She's ethical, and I would want her to turn into a criminal in order to actually fix that, in order to grab crime orgs. Okay. Now, we're sticking it out for at least another round, but we can just sit here advising China. And once we have the ability to disband some of these armies, you better believe we're going to be disbanding some of these armies. They are all in the correct location. And Alexander, Kazakhstan.
I believe they'll stay loyal to our cause.
Offering counsel.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to mission to Mars straight through with just boost. Like, just boost in regular probes, which sucks. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. That means high thrust probes really not worth it for us to grab. We do want to start investing in solid core fission systems, though, and take that over. So yeah, this middle slot, I'm probably going to let the AI run because we just don't have the research to contest them and everything. And, well, thank you, Exodus, for doing what you always do. Well, maybe we do. Maybe we do. Okay. Mission to the Moon's coming up. Mission to Mars, we are just going to probe. That means that right now, we are actually going off our plan from China. We are hard building boost until we get some boost orgs. Boost, 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 boost. Boost and nothing else. Like, it's not great to do this because China's a little bit too far north. If you look at boost, it has 0.24 to 0.32 per year. Down here, we get 0.4 per year every time we do it. But that also might change based entirely on the luck of the draw on orgs. Anyone new? No one new. We are going to continue going up the persuasion tree with you because we do in fact have 2 people who will be able to inspire.
Standing by.
Hit Alexander this time.
Sure they're on our side.
We're not able to keep it. We're not able to keep it. Not right now.
I will help them.
You advising. Kaylee.
I'm here.
Investigate.
At your service.
Xander. Let's start doing that so that we can make sure we keep Singapore. Yeah, too little too late, high thrust probes. I really hope no one else got that before I shot off my Mars probe, but I don't think they're capable of it.
I have new information.
Oh, and actually we can show the difference now. So remember in the last game, by the end of this year, we knew what was up with Mars. We are now getting that halfway through 2024. This is mostly because if I go in here and tried to high thrust probes, take a month. It might have been worth it. I'm not convinced it's worth it. In hindsight, I probably should have, but I didn't know when I was going to get it, so I launched the probe right away. Because that's the problem with unlock chance, is you don't know when it will show. So it's a lot better for you to go now, and the thing that we can do, actually, is push this hard and get space tugs and nuclear freighters. Nuclear freighters, similar to advanced chemical rockets, massively speeds up how fast something gets there, and it also massively reduces the boost cost. Nuclear freighters will make Mars practically free, and given our current boost income, we really want to go for that. So that is where I think I'm going to do. Well, now you appear. Well, now you appear, all the orgs that I wanted before. This is not actually that much of a surprise. Like, actually, you go to Alexander so that he can get some of his persuasion up. These 2 are going to Kaylee because she has hostile takeover, and I want her admin up high enough to actually do it. This is just good. Like, it gives me an ops income, a science, and a lot of mining. So we're going to buy that and sit on it for a while. 71, yeah, also worth. I'm just going to take you. And this is probably going to get replaced with something else down the line. But for now, it will be traded away. Let's see. Criminal, low-profile, ethical survivor? No. Government, beloved, untouchable? Maybe. You are a solid maybe. 11 base. He has Crackdown and Purge. He already has government. He has 11 base. Okay, so he would be my crackdowner because he's ethical. Yeah, Lone Wolf and Beloved is so bad, but no, don't love it, and we don't honestly need a crackdowner right now. So as weird as it is to say, I'm not going to. We're going to continue running with a council that, like, I don't really love, but they're currently still fine. Let's see. Contact Exodus. Let's see if they're willing to sell us some nice things. Either of those are really nice enough for me to just steal right now.
Investigating target.
Let's investigate, and you have 10 admin and 8 science. Advise China.
Lending my expertise.
And we're just going to watch our boost go up. I'm going to stop at around 4.
I don't think I changed their mind.
Making contact.
Alright, does Exodus have any boost orgs?
Just know that we have other plans.
I do want that. How many ops income? Alright, Exodus. I no longer actually need this. I'm still mad at myself for that really stupid play of buying something that could be really good and then just not equipping it. Sure. Yeah, well, let's get this back.
Offering assistance.
Surveillance complete.
And it's the little things, but China takes long enough to get into either way that I'm not, like, as mad at myself as I am for that, it's not crippling. You're currently doing a lot of advising, so you take this. Meh. Like, each month, China's going to give us another solid set. Alright, mission to the moon. Okay. Oh, God. Losing control of the tech tree sucks. We're going to get arrival markets. We are going to go out. We're going to probe the moon. We're going to see if we find a reasonable moon base to plant. Probe the moon. Because we have enough to send up a moon base. And it's going to be a year until we can actually plant a Mars base. Solid core fission system is necessary. We might, in this save, we might wind up stealing a bunch of Mars bases. But this is the sort of thing, China's a slower start in general. Just because, God, my throat hurts. Just because of how long it takes to get in there. Servants and Exodus. Research the unknown.
Ready to go.
Inspire Alexander. Sure, we're gonna double advise.
Reporting in.
I might even triple advise, but I don't.
Initiate.
No, we're not gonna triple advise. We're gonna double advise. So advise does stack, but it stacks complicatedly, and I don't remember the exact formula. Each additional one does less. So you see 2 points came from that. Another roughly 2 points came from that.
Person of interest surveilled.
Still Exodus.
We've got some intel on our target.
I know the Academy exists. I might be able to, like, make nice peace with them. And Russia... Oh, we're getting there on the environment. 2.4. Sure. Alright, we got our first management research. I'm going to start on space tugs so that when Mars comes online, we have it. We're now barely under CP cap. When Singapore comes back online, I'm... If I stabilize public campaign, that goes to Alex. He needs stabilize. Then this one goes to Kaylee. Criminal org. Fire someone, hire criminal. Alright, let's see here. Why am I only seeing ethical people? Why am I only seeing ethical people? Alright, let's see here. No. Scientist, chemist, expert, connected polyana, fixer. I want to buy that criminal org. I don't think gets to buy criminal immediately. He has purge. Okay. In this circumstance, I'm actually going to do a quick save to double check whether or not he can buy something. This is just because if he can't immediately like be recruited and get and buy that criminal org, he's definitely a lot more valuable. Who do I swap out? Probably Russell. Physicist is not going to help us for a long time. Alright, so let's just check this tycoon. Oh, he's ethical. He can become a criminal, but he's ethical. God damn. Fixer, age 53. I think I'm going to just... I know Fixer can. Indulgent, low profile, shady. Okay, I think we're just going to recruit the old Kingpin and cry a lot. Eventually, we're going to find a council we like. It's just a matter of RNG or finding one that an AI has recruited and turning them, which might be the strategy for this run. But we're also probably going to finish up soon, because I think I've given you guys the core of the China strat, even though I messed up on one major part of the execution. If I were willing to save scum, I also would have. It wouldn't have even mattered, just because it was. We failed 3, maybe 4 80%, and I know a lot of people would be very tempted to save scum that. The RNG resets every time you save and reload, so if you fail something like a 95 that really matters, you save, reload, come back in, and like, I don't like doing that, but that's because I've played this game a lot. For someone who's new, I think go with what makes the game more fun for you. So I really hope I fixed my audio balancing. My audio was not great last time, and I'm well aware of that. Yes, okay. Yeah, I think Russell's the weakest link right now in my council, so even though she is too old to keep long-term, I can go in, we can get this nice criminal org, and bam! We are positive CP cap. And, yeah, let's just grab another random criminal org, and let's grab this, and now our ops income is also looking nice. But, let's go through here. Paranoid. I absolutely do not want my person who will be assassinating people to be paranoid. Okay. We're going to continue focusing on people who are definitely long-term council members. They're going to advise. And again, here's the thing. Look at how hard it was to get into China. Do not bother defend interesting in China. Like, it's a waste of a bunch of influence for you to do that. None of these are really worth stealing again. Let's see if we can turn the servant. We don't have enough persuasion unless we get really lucky to turn them. Let's see if we can kill a servant. And talk to the initiative because they often have excess admin orgs.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Offering support.
I will help them.
Establishing contact.
It's no business of ours if you wish to throw your lives away.
So this is the nice thing about science orgs. A lot of them also give you a sub-priority that it gives a boost to. Knowledge is not what we're going for right now. Oh, that is really good. We really want that if we can buy it off him. And the reason for this is anytime you get a better than 2% per star return on a mining org, is especially if he gives you something else that's good. Like, the dollar standard for them is a 1-star org that gives you 4% mining. Like, that's your bread and butter good mining org. But it only gives you mining. There are other things that are also quite valuable, like the amount of money that one gives. Oh, hey, he's just gonna give me that for that. If I give you a bunch of ops. Okay, you don't care about it. Oh, wait, initiative likes money. Yeah, my money's also actually pretty low after I did that. Well, whatever. We're getting 3 stars for 3 stars. Alright, let's take a look at this moon and judge this moon. So first off, unlike the last game, this is a site you actually will take and want to keep. That is this right here. 11 Fizziles is worth keeping basically under every circumstance. This is also an incredible Piri. Like, we're taking that. We're taking that. We're running with that. It's going to save me so much in Mars. We'll come back later for the De Lambert crater.
We'll be ready for new orders soon.
But
Got some intel on our target.
with how slow our boost is, it's going to take us a while before we can mine. It was important to put down that site right now, though, just so we can claim the spot. God, an interplanetary chemical took this long. Jesus fuck, this is a rough one. This is a rough one. Like, I am not happy about anything that has gone on, and only like one component of this was an actual mistake on my part. Oh, one and change. This time we are not going to forget to equip our shiny new org. We're just going to equip our shiny new org.
Standing by.
And, yeah. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to go. I'm probably going to go till December like I did with the US, but I don't know. I think this generally shows off what you need to do to make the China opener work, and even though I didn't really do it in an ideal circumstance, it's enough to get the point across what you need to do. I might just steal that. Anyway, this is the hostile takeover screen. Hostile takeover used to be broken, like absurdly broken. The best thing to do in the game was get hostile takeover and then just steal your way to victory, becoming a locust swarm that ate all the orgs from all the AI. It's been rebalanced to the point where it's still useful, especially for taking tiny one-star orgs like this.
Targeting enemy orgs.
And like, we can't become friends with humanity first. I might as well steal their stuff.
Offering support.
Sorry, not sorry. But man, yeah, I'm not happy with this council. This is not going to be the game that I continue forward on, because I do plan on doing more early game stuff to show off things to everyone. Do I just stab a servant? Do I know what you do? Well, I could stab him. It wouldn't really get me that much. It also has a low success chance. Screw it. Let's get a point, Chad.
I believe they'll stay low.
Like, the US start wound up going way better than this did. This was a rough China start. I really would have wanted to get into China earlier. I thought I'd have a chance, but orgs did not really give me the opportunity to pull that off. But you can see just how fast China's building boost. And this is the brilliance of China. You can put it 100% on something, and it just produces things. Cool. And pretty soon... Alright, alien methods.
We know the
We'll keep going on space tugs. We'll get solid core fission systems. We'll see if we get nuclear freighters.
We've gained significant support.
We actually want nuclear freighters enough. I'm willing to do this to increase our chances. Because nuclear freighters is how we're getting our mine to the moon. It's how we're getting our everything to Mars. Any new orgs we want? Boost your persuasion. I should always check this first, see if we have someone who's actually good. Oh. Why, hello there. It's pretty good. You can see if there's anyone else who's pretty good, but he's pretty good. Because that will get us a crackdown. He has government, so he can get good government orgs. Crew gives a default ops income, which is nice. And good age starts off with 12 points total in what we need. I want to keep innovative, because innovative is going to save us some time. 12, 10... He's worth 19. He's worth 12. Alex can start doing persuade. You already have it, but let's get more ops. We don't have a second criminal. I don't think I would trade off yet. Like, it's tempting. It's tempting. It's very tempting to trade him off, but I don't think this is the time. Or trade off for him. I don't think this is, as of yet, the time.
At your service.
I need to get you a more useful mission to do. You're going to get this, and now you're going to start investigating even though you're bad at it, because it at least will maybe get me something good.
Ready for my mission.
Acknowledged. Initiating surveillance.
Ready for orders.
Vision pile is important once we get the Mars mine. It is not as important right now.
Offering counsel.
Tracking failed.
Yeah, honestly, the AI choosing mission to Mars that early is something they do in a lot of games, and it really messes you up every time they do it. Mars is something you definitely want to get after you have high thrust probes completely done and reliably done. And like, we have mission to the moon long before space mining, and if you watched the US video, you saw how long it took for my mine to show up there. It won't matter here because we don't have the boost income to actually make it work because we've gotten unlucky on boost ores. But hey, China's gotten us up to 3 boosts per month. Like, again, this is the massive strength of China, is if something bad happens, you can just plow through and keep going. We're going to abandon. Oh. Unstable. I think I'm going to try and keep Kazakhstan for a bit here. I'm going to try and get solid core fission systems, and I'm going to try and show you the difference that solid core fission systems makes. It's income.
I'll ensure their loyalty.
At your service.
Alien activity is happening in so many places. Do we steal something just to mess with the servants? Yeah, let's steal something just to mess with the servants.
Targeting their
Let's try.
Ready for my
Is it likely to succeed? Not really.
by expertise.
But, like, whatever. It's also basically free.
Initiating surveillance.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Offering counsel.
Let's see here. Arrival economics coming. Here's the other big thing for China. We actually need to go up the social science tree really hard. This is because, and I'll show you this after economics finishes. If we look at the tech tree, here's Arrival International Relations. This is the start of it. I think it was, this one's the start of it. Yeah, so Arrival International Relations, Unity Movements, Great Nations. We need to get all of these in order for Great China to actually happen. Like, Unity Movements, I think... Let me find it. Yeah, Liberating Mainland China happens here. But Liberating Mainland China is expensive, so we want to get up to that. And so, right now, we're actually going to go international relations, because space is going to be slow. I've just accepted space is going to be slow, because space has been slow, and space will continue to be slow. But yeah, we want to do this into Unity Movements, and eventually Great Nations, so that we can do the Pan-Asian Combine. What you wind up doing, and we're getting close to the point where taking Taiwan is possible. We're not there yet because, well, we got a boost org. Attorney, Striver. Oh. Why, hello there, you beautiful, beautiful man. All right. So you know how I was saying I was waiting for someone to show up? Usaima? I am not sure how to pronounce her name. You have been a great credit to the team. You got us what we needed. Goodbye. Striver, he has all the things we need. He starts with Crackdown. He is just strictly better in every way. except a little bit in regards to how much he starts off with. Like, I would even bet he's an attorney. He can get government also. And criminal. And criminal. Like, now we have a backup for our criminal orgs. I'm going to start him up here. Like, he is going to be my persuade guy. And I think a point of at... can I get another persuade org on him right now? He's going to be my persuade guy. I would have loved to see him earlier. He wasn't here earlier. Okay, feeling a lot better about this council now. Kaylee, we are going to continue boosting your admin at first. We need money again. All right, and here's the other thing for China. I'm going to do a short bit of full spoils China. We had to put spoils on a bit in the USA while still running welfare. Watch my money after I tell my guys to do things. Sorry.
Where do you need me?
What's the op?
Alexander, keep advising.
Offering support.
Reporting in.
Alright, you can do that while you also advise.
At your service.
And let's continue doing this. So, watch my money.
We cannot just send up a bunch of...
Well, that happened. We do need to actually grab this. And like, it's a little bit rare that I'm able to command this. I actually feel pretty lucky that I got a giant chunk of money.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Nice. Like, our money is just popping off right now. Look at how much money we earned in no time at all because of China. Now, this did cause a fair bit of sustainability damage in the process. But you can go, oh, I need money. Let's just run full spoils temporarily, buy this org we needed, and now we're loaded again. Why am I so high over CP cap? Is that all Kazakhstan? Oh, Pakistan came back on. Pakistan and Belarus. Pakistan and Belarus. Yeah, let's fix that. Let's fix that right now. So with this much boost, I'm at the point where what I would actually do is we would do a mission control. We're going to fix our environment a bit. We'll play till December so you can see what happens there. We're going to fix our environment. We don't really need welfare. We want to run a little bit of knowledge, 8 point in unity, and 2 points in spoils just to keep our money coming.
I have new information.
Oh, we found humanity first again. Like, we're over our CP cap. All right, solid core fission is done. From solid core fission, we get some nice things. We want to start industrialization of space later. We're going to get our armor. Let's start getting principles of space warfare into missile doctrine. And this is the one that is most important to finish fast now. And now, similarly, our economy, our sustainability is going to go through the roof. And this is why China. This is why China. Like, you can just do things. Now, if you were playing a more aggressive game, you would probably go all in on mission control right now. Just because getting yourself into space is massively important. We are not letting the servants take that over. We are letting the servants take that over because I cannot easily beat them. Well, they're going to pick something bad, but sometimes that happens. Alright, Russia's back online. Russia has managed to gain any amount of sustainability. And Russia's offline again. Now is the point where we should probably have Kazakhstan leave. We want that? No. No one knows it's shown up. Want that? Yes. Yes, we do. Right now we do. Alright. Continue to advise. And here's the other nice thing about China, and you saw this with the US too. You can just run multiple advise missions and make crazy things happen very quickly.
Eyes on target.
Investigate. You have set national policy. You do have set national policy.
My way to the capital.
Should have done this earlier also, but honestly, I'm tired. It's 11 p.m. This very much, like, I should have started this earlier in the day, but I was off playing board games with friends, and my mine is here now. So, non-aggression pact. We might be able to show this off. There might be a lot we can show off, actually, which is exciting. Let's see. No. That'd be nice to buy. That would also be nice to buy. I don't think it's worth it right now. No. I would like Perun. I respect Perun a lot. That would be great. If we could get that... Let's see if he's willing to trade some random crap I don't really care about for that. That is random crap I do care about. Thank you very much. Now, I handed him an org that gives him Assassinate. I'm not worried about this because, one, Humanity First and I now have a non-aggression pact. And two, Humanity First gets so many criminals and so many people who just have Assassinate innately that it's not really a problem to hand it to them. The Academy, I would care more about handing to. All right, Nuclear Freighters. So let's do something silly. We are going to grab, because this is not a save that I'm probably going to play a long term. We're going to get these two, and we're going to get them very quickly. This is because I want to show off... yeah, sure. I want to show off the difference that Nuclear Freighters makes. It's a tech that if you can get it early... why can I not? Oh, I don't have the ops. And this is the problem that shows up for climate change. So we have a major damage economic hit in China. Let's look at it right now. 18,473. I wish I could save this, but I can't. 18,461. Like, that's not the worst, but that is a tiny climate change event. We're not going to care right now. Like, I would not do this in a real game, but I want to show people how important Nuclear Freighters is. So we now have a ton of boost. We wouldn't need Nuclear Freighters with this amount of boost. But we're going to grab it. And we're going to grab it to prove a point and show off just what it means for us to increase the boost usage. What it means to reduce the boost usage for sending material beyond low Earth orbit. Also, if you will note, where did that extra... Oh, yeah. Mission control, we are gaining more. Oh, that is another thing that I would run a ton of spoils in order to buy. I might also buy some of these. All right, we're gonna go on a few ticks of spoils. Boop boop. Servants are mad at us. What else is new? Servants are always mad at us. They always will be mad at us. We don't yet have enough persuasion to actually start really messing with them, but we're getting there. Let's talk to Humanity First again and see if I can get one of the cooler things in this game, because they did, in fact, take a pact with us, a non-aggression pact, and that means that we probably, not guaranteed, but probably can get intelligence sharing. Also, I'm just going to go look through the... So, if he had Innovative, I would immediately fire my current scientist to grab him. Commando with Striver is also really good. He has Military Engineer. Oh, he's 60. These are just things that happen. Firm assignment. We want arrival markets. Again, I'm not going to continue playing this save because there's been enough problems with it. But we now have intelligence sharing with Humanity First. Can I get them to give me something for that? No. Cool. So we can now see everything they see. And they can see everything we see, but that matters less because we're hyper-focused on making China amazing and don't really care about the rest of the world. Also, look at how fast our money's climbing. Look at how fast our money's climbing, and we're still gaining sustainability despite the fact that we're running 30% spoils. China is so silly. And this is the thing for new players. This is why you run China. Because you can just sort of do whatever, and it's fine. We spoiled our way to 3K. Remember how painful that was in the US? No, man. We don't gotta care. We can just go. It's so silly. Anyway, so when we were looking for people, we saw barely anyone. Now we see this. Now we see this in Hostile Takeover. Now, we don't want to target humanity first with this, because they're our friend. But look at all these nice things we see. It's fantastic. Intelligence sharing is great if you can get it, but in particular with your friends. Don't intelligence share with people who you're worried about causing problems for you. But also, they can't, because if they cause problems to you, they won't intelligence share with you. Like, I really like getting this early on with 1AI, and we would never get this with the US. We'd be too far ahead of the AI to get this with the US. 15th of December. Yeah, let's go. Solid core fission, cool. Nerva drive is actually a pretty decent drive for you're starting out and want to start playing around in space. It's not good by any means, but, like, it's fine. It can get the job of early space combat done. Don't spend money on it long-term at all. Like, long-term, Nerva will bankrupt you, because you want to advance it to advanced Nerva and Sermant Nerva, Cremant Nerva. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one either. Alright. So, nuclear freighters. Let's look. No, we are not humanity first. Why did I do that? So, our mine. Our mine will cost us 115 money and 41.7 boost. We're going to go look at that again. Nuclear freighters will finish the 3rd of January as it currently stands. We'll get it a little bit faster, and I will show off why this tech is amazing, and why it's very important to get it, if you can get it early enough for it to matter. Do we now have enough money to buy? No, but we can get another amazing org. You saw this last time. I think it was covered. This gives you most of the persuasion missions you will ever need. It's so good. The Laguna Foundation, if you can get it, will turn basically anyone into a good persuasion counselor, which is why it's going on a persuasion counselor who was missing one of the important missions. Now, in the early, before times, in earlier patches, I'd put that on Kaylee to get her up to enough administration to just start the Locust Swarm of stealing orgs from everyone. But as I said before, that really doesn't work anymore. In a patch pretty soon, some of it will be coming back. Like, this will be a little bit easier to do. But it's not going to do that much. I don't really like any of these again. So, let's just randomly investigate someone for the XP. We will continue advising. We will continue staring at alien activity. And we will continue inspiring. Like, maybe I'll come back to the save. We'll see. I'll sort of poll people who are watching, and thank you guys for watching. I'm really glad that this appears to be helping people out. I hope this series helps people out more to understand what's going on in this crazy game.
Person of interest surveilled.
And so we're a little more than a month away from our mine right now. You can see our boost is ticking up. We have a lot of boost. It's increasing rather rapidly.
We found something.
And we're going to finish it off with looking at that mine again. Aliens are doing things. Aliens are doing alien things. Let's check orgs. No new orgs. Let's check people. Another striver. Doesn't give us tech. The big thing right now I actually would really like is a better scientist. And this man's close, but he's too old and doesn't have enough other good traits. Again, build the mine, 41.7 boost. Build a solar array, 4.9 boost. Buys. And no, this would be dumb to do. Like, you should not go all in on nuclear freighters like this. Do not do this part. I'm doing this for just showing it off. I'm just gonna click random things. Like, getting nuclear freighter is great. You really want to get it before Mars, but with what our boost income was, getting your moon mine without it is perfectly fine. Yeah, we get space tugs next to actually get Mars. We would really also... And also, look at this. Hilariously enough, I'm only losing one of the global things. Anyway, remember that 41.7. 24.7. And mining is online. One thing that actually is really nice to do for these orgs is to also drop a material science lab on them. Not orgs, on HABs, is to drop a material science lab. This is because there are some events that will be like, an asteroid's going to hit your base and destroy something. This cannot happen to your only mine. But as soon as you have more than one, it might happen. And having a material science lab gives you a chance to not actually get hit by that. Also, look at this. China's up to 0.706 sustainability. I'd probably run this until we're in the 2-ish range and then drop it down to a much lower count. Start running mission control pretty heavily. So, yeah. Let's just go over that one a little bit and then we'll sign off for this video. So, let's say we have all of our sustainability in China. Like, we are now at good sustainability. I would drop down to this, go up to this until we hit 40 or so mission control built. But also, I would do something like this. And the reason why is, at this point, we have a few boosts to economy. You can see that we have, from orgs, a 24% boost. We would start building economy because the distribution bonus would matter at this stage. If you're super min-maxing, you would equip and unequip and... Okay. Okay. Maybe we will return to this save. I'm going to buy the good things here in the event that we do return to this save, but... Man. Man. It's a wild game. It's just a wild game. Anyway, finishing up the thought on that. So, we would go in, I would run something like this because, for a while, it gives you a distribution bonus. You actually do want to be running all of these in China to slowly build everything up to become a behemoth later on. But, while it's our only nation, we need to get mission control running. And we really want to get mission control up to the point where we can run... Let me think here. Tier 2 HABs cost 3. I'm just going to go into the tech tree to show you off. Where we're eventually going to want to go is something called directed space research for our space research. It requires, space research and then goes further. This is because we want to get these level 2 science HABs. These level 2 science HABs will both increase your percentage in each category in here, and also give you a massive bonus to priorities on Earth when you have them in low Earth orbit or interface orbit. If we look at these right now, our Space Science Lab, if we had one above, would give stacking bonuses to mission control priority up to 30%. We want to max that out. We also want to max out our science bonus from it, but maxing that out is really important to turning China's growth engine on really fast. So getting enough mission control to have our Mars mines and all of our HABs requires a fair bit. So let's go check directed space research and projects. The tech tree, when you do it this tightly in, is a little slow. Let's check Energy Research Center. So Energy Research Center, all of them will do the same. It gives us a 10% energy research bonus and a 6% bonus to investment. We want 5 HABs in low Earth orbit that have all of these, plus 1 for xenoscience, plus our shipyard. So that gives us 7 HABs in low Earth orbit. That will cost us 21 mission control. To fund these HABs, we want a fair number of mines. You want to get close to your mining limit. Right now, 9. We would like to have 9 mines. There may not be 9 slots on Mars that are worth grabbing, but guaranteed there's at least 6. So we have 21. Let's add then another 6 times 3, 18. So we are now up to 39 mission control needed. We're also going to want to have a Mars defense hab, another 3, for producing our ships, and begin building our space fleets. This is why we really want to run mission control in China now until we get roughly 50, 60 mission control in there. We're going to get more from other parts, like as our CP cap goes up, we're going to grab Taiwan. We're going to get up to 7 in Taiwan. We're probably going to we're going to get Singapore back. We're going to get 3 in Singapore. So, but we still want like 40 or 50 in China. This is going to give us about 16 into 25, so about 2/3. So this is going to be about 2/3. So it's going to take a few years to get up to that, and there's a few times where we're going to run 100% mission control. But when we don't need to do that, points in economy are going to increase the number of investment points we have. Points in welfare are going to eventually prepare us for lowering inequality so that when we give most of China back to Taiwan, we don't immediately have a revolution. Points in environment are going to keep our sustainability going up just so that we don't actually have to worry about China causing so much climate change that it damages its own economy. Points in knowledge are going to increase our research. We want to get this 6.669 up to 12. There's just a lot of things that need to happen. And the beauty of going into Taiwan is Taiwan can run government, and then it gets its government, and China can just pass everything back. And in the meanwhile, we have 3 nukes, we have 4 armies, we don't really have to worry militarily. If I was doing this long term, I should also ally all of my guys. I should have done that a while ago, but I also have Russia still, so it really doesn't matter that much. So anyway, that is the basics of the China opener, plus a few mistakes that I'm still embarrassed about, but what you're going to do, you make some mistakes. Honestly, the RNG was far worse for us than like my mistake of not equipping that orc was. Anyway, have a good night all. I'll get back to you. The EU opener is going to be a lot more intensive. That I might have to split each of them into 2 parts for, because I spent, a fair bit just sort of doing things in both this and the US, and I can't afford to do that with the EU. Anyway, have a good night. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope this helps out your game. See ya.